Home sweet home, I guess.
Welcome back. I trust you enjoyed your travels so far.
Yeah, I like traveling the multiverse and exploring new worlds. Helps keep me positive and stuff.
I'm glad you're having fun, and I think you'll like what I'm about to say. I've managed to open a connection to YouTube, so you can continue to produce content, even while inside the computer.
Sounds cool. What kind of video should I make?
According to your channel, it's been a while since you produced a review. How about giving that another try? Something spooky for Halloween, perhaps?
Good idea, and I know just where to start.
Looks like he left the portal open. I'll just go ahead and close it for him.
Error. Portal cannot be closed while in use.
That's not a good sign.
Anyab, also known as Fangs in English, is an Egyptian vampire movie somewhat based on the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It shares some story elements and character traits with the RHPS and is also a musical, but this one has Dracula in it. Also, it's a commentary on how living on welfare can result in people taking advantage of you, but who cares, right? Dracula! So without further ado, let's take a look at... Ow, my head. Where am I? Rachel, analysis. Rachel, can you hear me? Rachel! What is this place?
Hello, Wildcard.
Who's there? Is this some kind of prank?
This is no prank. This is your doom.
This isn't funny, Chad. Digi, Zerattle, whoever you are, show yourself! Duh.
My name is Dark Critic.
But how? Digi said you disappeared in a bright light before he became that big Ursa Minor thing. I thought you were dead.
Do you know where you are right now?
Let's see, it's really dark and kind of cold, so unless there's a power outage or a surprise birthday party, I don't have a clue.
You've been sent to my realm.
Your realm? But where is... No, you don't mean...
The Shadow Realm.
What? No, this can't be. I thought the Shadow Realm was just a kid-friendly censoring of hell. This is a real place?
Look all around you.
This has got to be a bad dream or something. This can't be happening. What if it is happening? DJ, help me! Get me the out of here!
Call out all you want, Wildcard. No one can hear.
What do you want from me?
I'm here to break you. Since I'm not interested in dueling you, I have something else in mind.
Like what?
A review.
A review? Not sure why you had to pull me into the Shadow Realm for that, but I guess I'll give it a shot. What did you have in mind? A structure deck? A comic book?
An MLP review.
Sounds easy enough. Which episode? Please don't save him in Misfortune. Please don't save him in Misfortune. Please don't save him in Misfortune.
Fame in Misfortune.
Really? That episode? That's Hasbro's middle finger to the entire fandom. Why that episode?
Is that fear I see?
Oh, what? Me? Fear? Nope, no fear here. What is fear? That's not a word I'm familiar with.
Enjoy. Go ahead, Wildcard.
So the episode begins with Twilight getting caught in the crossfire of a Philly food fight.
That was meant for her. Whoa!
This goes on until Twilight quotes the lesson she learned from the Season 2 premiere.
What did she say, if you can remember it?
Friendship isn't easy, but it's always worth fighting for.
Friendship isn't always easy, but there's no doubt it's worth fighting for.
A notion I stand by wholeheartedly.
Go on.
Back at the library, Twilight visits what I call the exposition bookshelf to show Starlight the friendship journal, the condition of which reminds me of those old children's books at daycare centers.
That's when Starlight, the newest member of the main group, had a great idea.
But first, the theme song.
My little...
Skip.
So, as you were saying,
Right, so the friendship journal gets passed around the main six, and Rainbow Dash takes the opportunity to read the other sections. She finds their writing styles unique, to say the least.
it was different from bridal gossip.
I mean, I know pony writing is supposed to be a load of chicken scratch, but I'll admit, I was not expecting to see a smooshed apple either. Or tiny writing. Or calligraphy. Or scratch marks. Seriously, is Rainbow Dash a cat or something?
What can I say? When I learn something, I learn it hard.
And Pinkie Pie's page has a balloon orgasm on Rainbow's face. And here's hoping I never have to say the words balloon orgasm again.
Was that what happened when you were younger? A painful memory in your life, Wildcard?
What? No, that's just a cringy part of the episode. I just now regretted saying the words balloon orgasm. Stop making me say it! Anyway, Starlight decides to cast a spell on the book to make perfect duplicates that don't look like they've been mishandled by toddlers.
That's when the trouble began in Ponyville, and I love it. Just like in the gossip episode, instead of a whole town being mad at the Cutie Mark Crusaders, they basically fought about which one of the main six was best.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather let me review bridal gossip instead? You seem to be obsessed with it.
Then they started badgering the main six, even Rarity. Oh, how I love that insane look on her face.
Yeah, they get hounded by their fans and stuff, and this is where my complaints begin. The part about getting the book signed without reading it, I understand, but then there's the Rarity thing.
Who does she think she is? Certainly she did a fine job setting up the Ponyville Days celebration, but does she really believe it was a success just because of her? The nerve!
Did that bastard even read the damn book? Obviously this is going back to the comics, and honestly I thought the comics were non-canon to the show, but the point is, she knows she wasn't the main contributor. What she's celebrating is that her store became commemorated as the first commercial building in Ponyville. And the celebration wouldn't have happened without the help of every single resident that was previously fighting.
Getting mad, I see. Losing control of your emotions.
I just don't like seeing pretty mares cry, that's all. Then we see Pinkie. Every pony laughs at Pinkie because Pinkie. Moving on. Next, there's some cults tearing pages out of the book because they only want to keep the good parts. And by good parts, they mean the parts with Rainbow Dash in it. Now, if this were to happen earlier in the series, she probably would have appreciated the ego boost. But here, it seems like it's trying to perpetuate the stereotype that boys are stupid.
So far, so good. The one that got it most was Fluttershy. Getting cornered like that.
The fans complain about how she never learns to be assertive. She then surprises every pony, Twilight included, by standing up to them all. One question, why did the fans literally back her into a corner? Is this how we behave at conventions? But I digress. Rarity and Applejack end up losing their f***ing minds to their workload. The former trying to recover her damaged reputation, and the latter trying to accommodate new family members. Yeah! I know we have our own little fantasy worlds, but come on!
Let's see. We talked about Rarity, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Applejack, right?
Yep, that's all of them. Nobody else.
Now it's time for her, the Princess of Friendship.
Wait, Twilight has a part in the book? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a huge fan of Twilight Sparkle, are you not?
Well, I wouldn't say huge, but...
Then what's this?
Anyway, back to the review. Twilight has a moment to gather her thoughts, but it ain't long before the mob catches up with her as well.
This is the perfect finish for this episode.
She tries to explain to them the true intentions of certain parts of the book, but then a reporter appears. He tells her
to go back to Canterlot, to Princess Celestia.
Well, sure. I read this journal cover to cover, and I have to say, your character would have been much more interesting if she'd stayed in Canterlot.
That moment right there has been the bane of my existence since my first viewing.
Does it hurt to see a favorite character get treated like an outsider, Wildcard.
Yeah, it really hits me home. When I was a teenager, my parents let me drop out of high school because constant bullying and depression left me in tears after sophomore year. At that point, I felt worthless, like my mere existence would cause more harm than good. I used my free time to devote myself more to my craft, making videos to appease others, and I got my confidence back for the most part. But that comment makes me think, would I be more interesting if I just stayed in school and continued to drive myself to suicide? Would the world be better off if I were to drop dead? And it's something I still ponder today.
Look at you. You tried to put a brave face on all this time, but here you are, shaking with fear. Why, I never broke a sweat. What is that on your hoof?
You mean my watch?
You mean my watch now. Enjoy your stay.
Well, I don't know how he does it, but that pony can make some damn good videos. I wonder if he even knows he's making them. Let's see how this video did compared to the last one. The hell?
Looking for someone?
Who are you?
Why, he's your new channel manager, of course.
Hey, I was not told I'd be getting a new manager.
And I wasn't told your little orange pony friend was still running around ruining everything.
What are you talking about?
Cut the shit. I know about Enter the Multiverse. You may not have produced it, but you still allowed it to exist.
What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything. He did.
He lost to me fair and square, so his duel series is mine, along with everything else on your channel.
What have you done to him, you fiend?
Sorry, not telling.
Consider your channel collateral for defying me. If you wish to maintain partial control, you'd be wise not to cross me again.
Fine. What do you want me to do?